Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's just Ketchum, and today we're going to be talking about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And as you know, by now we are just about 2 weeks away from the official release of these games. We're just about 2 weeks away, and I wanted to go ahead and talk about everything that I dislike and like about these games. And this is going to be a two-part video. Now, this is the first part, and today we are going to be starting off with everything I dislike in Pokemon Let's Go so far. So, let's go ahead and let's get started with this. So, number one, the fact that they removed random encounters. And the reason that they removed random encounters was to promote the tie in with Pokemon Go. Okay, I get that. I understand that. But I don't see why we couldn't have had the option of still having the battle. And then when we choose to catch the Pokemon, like we have to battle it first. And we could either choose to keep fighting it till it faints or choose to go into a catch mode. And we could have gone into a catch mode and then we could have done the whole Pokemon Go mechanic with the berry and all that other stuff after we've weakened it and we could catch it. I don't understand why we couldn't go that way. Like maybe like meet us in the middle. Like still give us um the random encounter, still give us the ability to um battle in random encounters and still keep the mechanic of Pokemon Go, and truly make it a hybrid, because no random encounters means that we only see the Pokemon in the overworld. And there's nothing wrong with that. I actually think that's pretty cool that you could see the Pokemon in the overworld. I think that's going to be pretty cool if you see a shiny in the overworld. But maybe a random encounter every once in a while wouldn't have been bad. Random encounters were real good for training up your Pokemon, and they're real good for doing, the most basic form of shiny hunting, you know, um, uh, which is two big activities that you do prior to the Elite Four and after you beat the game. All you do is train, and all you do is shiny hunt. That's what a lot of us do. I don't understand why they got rid of that. I really think that we could have met in the middle. That we could have still had random encounters combined with Pokemon in the overworld, combined with Go mechanics, and combined with being able to battle random encounters. I really think we could have had more of like a hybrid system. We could have met each other in the middle, and I think more people would have been happier about that. But no, we're getting what we're getting, so we'll see how this works out. Now, number two, moving on, the fact that we don't have Pokemon beyond the first 151 Pokemon boggles my mind. And the reason it boggles my mind is, look, listen, I get it. These games are remakes, they're reimaginings of the original Pokemon Yellow game. Okay, cool. I get that. And they're going off of the claim that they want to keep this as true to the original as possible. Okay, cool. Okay. Problem that I have with that is you claim that you want to keep this as true to the originals as possible. But last time I checked, the originals didn't have Mega Evolution. The originals didn't have Alolan forms, and the originals sure as hell did not have um, a mythical Pokemon known as Miltank and its evolution. So you claim that you want to keep it tried and true to the original, but you're introducing Mega Evolution, a Alolan Pokemon, and a brand new mythical and these are reimaginings that never had that to begin with. But you want to limit us to the original 151. Okay, all right, whatever. Just comes off a little bit hypocritical. Now number three, this next one ties in with the no Pokemon Beyond the 151. No breeding ties in with the first 2 points. Okay, no random encounters. My problems with that overall was that you took no random encounters, took a basic way of shiny hunting, and it was a basic way of training, and you took a pastime away that helps us in the post game when we're done. um Taking away breeding does the same thing when we're done with the game, when we're done and finished. Excuse me, I'm kind of sick. When we're done and finished beating the game, um we like to breed as a way of, okay, the hardcore players will breed for the perfect stats and values, but guess what, they're not the only ones that like to breed. Some of us like to breed for those specific baby Pokemon, and some of us just like to breed in chance of hatching a shiny Pokemon. So you're taking another pastime away from us, and you again are hiding behind the excuse of, okay, breeding mechanics weren't a part of Gen 1. Now, this is going to sound real familiar because I just finished saying this, but Mega Evolution wasn't in Gen 1. Alolan Pokemon wasn't in Gen 1. And Melton and its evolution weren't in Gen 1. So you're kind of full of bullspit there, Pokemon Company. You're coming off really hypocritical already. Like I don't get I do not get why we can't have baby Pokemon with the no breeding. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's too hard. We want to dumb it down for kids. The mechanics intimidating or whatever. Like, okay, fine. Like, I was a wee little lad. I was a wee little boy when Pokemon Gold and Silver came out, and I loved and I played those games. I beat those games, and those games introduced the breeding mechanic, right? But guess what? I was intimidated by it, and I didn't like it. And guess what I did? I just didn't use it. I just didn't breed. So any kid out there who doesn't want to breed or thinks it's intimidating, all they have to do is just ignore it. So the excuse of not having breeding in the game because it's not a Gen 1 thing is the dumbest thing when we have a when we have things from Sun and Moon, we have things from X and Y, we have this Miltank Pokemon, yada yada, etc. All that's in there. But you keep trying to hide, behind this excuse of, oh, we want to stay true to Gen 1. I don't know, man. You keep saying that, but at the same time, you're doing a lot of things that aren't very Gen 1. Now, moving forward to number 4, which is drop in co op. Now, don't get me wrong, drop in co op, um, it's not that I think it's broken, it's not that I think it makes the game too easy, etc. I don't like what I don't like about drop in co op is the fact that, you know, your friend can't literally drop in with his team and help you. Like, your friend can only drop in and use one of your Pokemon and help you. That's it. That's as far as it goes. Now, if they would have made it to where if you have a buddy and he has his Pokemon team, and he's able to drop in and help you with his own Pokemon team, and you guys could like double up on some random NPC in the game, that would have been a lot cooler. It would have been a lot funner. It would have been a better experience. Just saying. Now, number five, um, the fact that we catch Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle in the wild bothers me. I'm sure they're a rare catch rate, whatever. Okay, cool, whatever. But again, this harpens back to things that they've said themselves in interviews. Oh, we wanted to keep these games as close to the original Pokemon Yellow as possible. Like, okay, fine. But in the original Pokemon Yellow, the way you catch the original three Kanto Pokemon, it were like these little side missions or these little side stories. You know what I mean? I don't remember exactly Bulbasaur, but I know Squirtle you got from the female policeman after you beat Lieutenant Surge. Like you had to prove yourself as a good trainer because she wanted to give away this stray Squirtle to a worthy trainer, and boom, she gives you Squirtle. Charmander, I believe Charmander was just abandoned somewhere past the Golden Nugget Bridge, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember exactly, but you could have kept that in this game. You could have gave us like really nice, cool animated scenes. Now that we're in HD, now that there's horsepower in this system that the 3DS didn't have, you could have animated that and it would have been more worthwhile. It would have been pretty cool to watch. But no, you guys lazied up on it. Okay. Now number 6, the Pokemon Let's Go Switch bundle itself, I have some problems with. I have some dislikes. Right off the bat, listen, the Joy-Cons themselves, the fact that they are the fact that the colors are inspired by Pikachu and Eevee, um, that's cool. I don't mind that. I actually would have preferred red and white ones, like a Pokeball theme, but I don't mind this. That's fine. And then the whole print on the actual back of the Nintendo Switch with Pikachu and Eevee on the back of the Switch, that's cool. That's pretty neat. But the dock looks horrendous. They look like they took a Pikachu decal, Eevee decal, and they just slapped it in front of the dock. It looks so it looks so tacky and it looks so cheap. Like it looks like stickers, and I'm pretty sure it's not stickers, but it looks horrible. And another point that I don't like with the bundle itself is the fact that you're getting a downloadable code for the game with the bundle. Now, the bundle had some cool stuff going for it, man, and they just flubbed it up with the downloadable code. Like, okay, you have a cool Pikachu and Eevee themed Joy Cons. You have Pikachu and Eevee engraved on the back of the physical system of the Switch. You have the crappy decals on the dock. You have this cool was it Pokeball plus accessory. It's essentially just the Pokeball Joy-Con controller. That's dope. And a downloadable code. You give us this cool physical thing, and then you give us a downloadable code for the game. Like, why couldn't I get like the game like in a nice little steel case? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why they couldn't just top it off. Like, they almost nailed it, and then they ruined it. Like you're getting the collector's edition because you love Pokemon, but it's a collector's edition. Like a lot of people are getting this to collect it. They're getting this to go in their collection. Like I'm pretty sure most people would want a physical version of the game, maybe with like a steel book in a steel case. It might be petty, but that was like the last thing that one of the last things that I just bother me about these games is that bundle. and those little details in the bundle. Now, the last one is the fact that we can't evolve our partner Pokemon, that we can't evolve our Pikachu, we can't evolve our Eevee. And again, my problem with the fact that we're not allowed to evolve our partner Pokemon is like, oh well, this is because in back in the day in the original Pokemon Yellow, you weren't able to evolve your Pikachu. Like, okay, okay, cool, that's fine. But again, as I said before earlier in the video, you're hypocritical. You were never able to mega evolve your Pokemon, and your Pokemon never had alternate forms from from some region in Alola, and we never had another mythical Pokemon outside of Mew. But you gave us Miltank and its evolution. So what are you talking about? Of we want to keep it as close to the original as possible. What are you talking about? Like, why can't I have the ability to evolve my Pikachu into a Raichu or an Alolan Raichu? You know, those Alolan Raichu is cute and it's adorable. The regular Raichu is cute and it's adorable. They don't get much bigger than Pikachu. They're bigger, but they're not much bigger. And I don't see why they couldn't be tagging along on your shoulder. I don't see why you couldn't dress them up in matching outfits just like Pikachu. It's not like they're these incredibly elaborate designs or whatever. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Now, Eevee, same thing with Eevee. I know you can use the excuse of there's too many evolutions. Like, okay, what you can do there is you could only have made it to okay, you could only evolve Eevee into the first three evolutions. And if you want all the other Eevee, the other evolutions in the Eevee line, you're gonna have to go get other Eevees and evolve them that way, blah blah blah, etc. Whatever. Again, Vaporeon, Flareon, Jolteon aren't complicated Pokemon designs. Those Pokemon don't physically get like gigantic and enormous. Those Pokemon are still cute. They're still adorable. Um, I don't see why we couldn't have dressed those Pokemon up either. Like uh, I just don't get it. And overall, as you can see, my conclusion as we come to the end of this video of the things I dislike in Pokemon Let's Go is for a company that keeps going back and keeps falling back on the excuse of we want to keep this and try true to the original as much as possible, blah blah blah. They keep going back on that excuse, but yet we're still getting modern amenities like Mega Evolution, Alolan Forms, and a brand new Mythical. But yet, no, we gotta keep certain things true to first gen. Like, make up your mind, guys. Like Pokemon Company, like if you're gonna keep it true, keep it true. Like, don't be hypocritical and do it. You're gonna do a true hybrid, do a true hybrid. Let us evolve our Pokemon. Let me get those baby Pokemon. Let me get those evolutions to that belong to these Kanto based Pokemon. Like let me have options when it comes to random encounters. Like I don't get how we literally couldn't meet in the middle with certain things, but they want to keep falling back on the excuse of, oh, we want to keep it traditional. Yeah, you want to keep it traditional when it's convenient to you. You know what I mean? You didn't want to program, like more monsters in the game. So you want to quote unquote keep it traditional, but yet you want to bring in Alolan forms and mega evolutions. But you want to keep it traditional. You want to push a brand new Pokemon, but no, no, no. You want to keep it traditional. All right, Game Freak. Yeah, whatever, buddy. You know, those are my issues with these games, man. That's about it. That's all I have. That's all I have to say for this far as the stuff that I dislike for the games. You guys let me know in the comment section what you dislike about these games, uh and if the stuff that you dislike, go ahead, go into detail. The stuff that you've seen that you don't like so far, is that going to keep you from buying these games on the 16th when they release, or are you still going to buy them? Just let me know in the comment section. Keep it cordial. No fighting, no insulting, nothing like that. It's just a discussion, guys. They're just games. But this is just Catchem. Um, just want to say thank you, and no matter when you're watching, no matter the time of day, remember to always smile. And as usual, guys, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later with part 2. See ya.